And but yeah, they did actually bring paranormal Wales down, and it was through nothing more than negativity and lies and darkness. Why have I been put in this position? Yo YouTube, how you doing? Right guys, right, this is going to be a recap. So if you listen to my story so far, you should know that I'm doing lots of research and I'm right into meditation and learning about my spirituality. Right, so this is what I want you to think about, because you're going to see paranormal stuff on the internet, and we have never ever faked a thing, right? Everything we see on our channel is 100% true. We've never tampered with it, messed with it. We're not interested in the big subscribers. We're just interested in getting the truth out. I'm doing what was asked of me, and you'll see why. If you see me on YouTube looking a bit nagging, a bit down, this coronavirus malarkey has knocked me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's knocked me. So I'm only human. That's the way it goes. But listen. Here we are, right. So now, I'm learning about the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, JP Morgans of the world, super families, Egypt, Nostradamus, the Knight Templars, money, the Illuminati, the David Icke, Zeitgeist, Atlantis, Göbekli Tepe, Panupiku, the Titanic, the Houses of Congress, this legislation in there that says we will test biological and psychological weapons on our own people if it's deemed in within national security. I'm learning about the Federal Reserve, Enoch and Isaac and the Bible and Jesus and every culture on earth with the ETs. I'm learning about biblical stories and different versions of them. The magic of maths, pi, it's infinite pi. Every code, every birthday that is of anyone that has ever existed is written within pi, and every universe that could be exist, because it's infinite. That's what infinity means. It's infinite. It's numbers beyond our existence. And all this, I'm having a spiritual awakening through meditation and learning about my own abilities. And I've had this spiritual experience where I think I've stood before God, and something is changing in me, and I'm starting to learn about my own energy and my own abilities through colours and tarot cards and crystals and meditation, and I'm being taken on these journeys. I'm learning about what your mind can create and all these things, and I'm getting messages from ETs, and I'm getting messages from angels and demons and different forms of life and spirit, and I'm starting to tell people things and they're coming true, and people are saying, oh my God, how do you know that? I'm saying things. I've never met this person in my life. I'm saying things. I'm being taught how to control my energy. I told you about the meditation I had with this demon, and I didn't want it to be crucified because I didn't want to cause anything cruelty. I've told you about the cross that I saw when I was younger. I've got so much going on right now, and it's showing me that this story, this secret, this message, and it's hidden in everything. It's music, it's films, it's life, it's books, it's everywhere. And now this Council of 12 thing, which I wasn't happy about when it happened to me, because they were testing me, and I thought that was a bit unfair. It was my journey to go on, and it wasn't fair that I was being tested. But I can tell you, I did this for 2 years, this investigation, and I did the church for a bit longer, and I'm coming up to the point, and I'm just coming towards the end of running Paranormal Wales with my friends. At this moment, I'm bulletproof. My faith is unbelievable. And I'm not talking in the biblical sense of God. I'm talking in the realistic scientific sense of what was before the Big Bang, God. I've got my long black coat. I'm doing paranormal cases. and I just feel so cool and powerful and, like I said, bulletproof. And I'm like 2 thoughts away from levitating. I swear to you, I'm using my energy to see if I can make people feel it without them knowing it, and seeing if they react to it. And I'm asking all the big questions, and they're being asked of me as a human being existing in this moment. I can't even tell you how I felt coming at the end of that journey. And then negativity, because obviously I was doing cases and I was helping people, and I was doing it with my own money. I wasn't charging. It's always been free, because I believe that was my calling. That was why I went through all that negativity and meditation for, was so I know what it looked like, and I know how to defeat it and overcome it. And all this love and all this knowledge is just flowing through me. And I'm a Jedi. I am Super Dave. I am everything. And Ned can't touch me. I can't explain it, guys. I am so at one. I am Zen and everything. And then negativity started affecting others around me. And I'm trying to make them see what I'm feeling and where my power lies. And I can't. I'm struggling. So Paranormal Wales was gone. And in the process of having Paranormal Wales, I met Jazzy Jeff I call him, but Jared, who's on the channel. And I met him because we were looking for recruits for Paranormal Wales.
In 2012, I was working as a medium. I was doing clairvoyant nights and that sort of thing with my partner, private readings, and we had an organisation called Spiritual Worlds. One afternoon I decided to look into paranormal investigations, and I seen the site for Paranormal Wales and realised they were recruiting, and went along, and me and my partner met up with Richard, and that was the start, as Humphrey Bogart would say, of a beautiful friendship. A couple of weeks later, we had a lady contact us, and it was our first ever paranormal case, and that kind of took me by surprise.
He asked me to help him on a case of possession. Now, you might have seen it on the films, guys, right? And you might have seen it, in different places, like possession. But real possession is something quite else. I tell you now, it's something. It's big. It's a big deal. So, and we got the K2 meters, and we are getting like red light right up to the top, coming off this individual and coming off ourselves without electric devices on us. It's not anywhere else in the room. It's just coming from the people who's next to this person who's being possessed, potentially.
About a few months later, after this case had concluded, I kind of lost contact with Richard for a while, and we'd moved house. We'd settled down, my partner and I, and within the first couple of weeks realised that it was things were not as they seemed then, so to speak. There was a lot of negativity going on, and I woke up one night to find that there was a figure in my doorway, and this figure, which is a depiction on screen now from a further case that we'll show or we've shown before in videos, but this is kind of what it looked like. And it was there for a good 5 minutes. I was looking away. I woke my partner, she saw it, and the figure literally came and sat on the bed, and it was sort of like translucent, so it looked like a tall white to me, what people describe as the tall white aliens, which was like a bit like a grey, like you see the grey with the big black eyes and the grey complexion, but this was very, very tall. And it said to me about a baby crying on a bus. It said, what we don't quite understand is, why don't you realise that baby might be disturbing you, but it's in pain, that's why it's crying. And it was quite profound that we were starting to have different messages and different things happening to us, and the I'm not going to go into the details of it because it's quite personal, but we had a lot of activity, and it was off the wall, eye-opening activity that happened within that 2 weeks.
He called me up on a case about something that it was like sort of extraterrestrial in nature, and I went and helped him.
It went from there, basically. Having been helped by Richard and others, I realised that I wanted to know more. I wanted to find these answers, and actually going and researching it in the field was the best opportunity for me. So that was essentially the start that year of Paranormal Now.
Paranormal Wales is gone. Me and Jazzy decide to start Paranormal Now, and I wanted to give up, and I was in the house and I wanted to give up, and I was with my ex-partner at the time when this bag moved, and it was a message, it was the weirdest thing. This bag just rolled out of the basket and it landed, and it was just words on the bag, and it said, "You must not." And it was like the word on the bag was, "You must not put this in the bin," or something like that on the bag, like, because it was a shopping bag. But it was just them words just staring at me, nothing else. You couldn't see another word, and it said, "You must not." And my friend had rung me and said, "Don't forget, we got a charity event involving the paranormal where we got to go and give people readings." So I was like, nice, looking up at the sky type of thing, going, nice, and I get the message, obviously not to give up. So we continued, and we started Paranormal Now, and I'm trying to pass the things I've learned on and how I'm feeling and my power and spirituality on to Jazzy, because I'm thinking, you know, I've seen this firsthand, this darkness and this power, and what it really doesn't like what we are about. It doesn't like the fact you're helping people for free, doesn't like the fact you're doing anything with love, doesn't want you to work in the light, obviously, because it has a massive foothold on every other aspect of life. You can't, I'm sorry guys, you can, it is love in the world, don't get me wrong, I've seen it, it's beautiful, it's amazing, but darkness seems to be running amok.